that is the food availability. Then you now move from food availability to food accessibility, whether you can get that food. And there are so many other factors that can also constrain that. Maybe you don't have the resources, the money to buy the food, or you have the money, but where the food is, distance-wise, you cannot get the food. So all those factors are there. So that is the situation that we have in this country. Now, if you put the two together, it means that we have more than what we used to have in the country. But the question now is it the case that we are unable to consume it? That's why the price is low. It is yes and no. It's not only maize, but if you look at rice and look at soya and the rest, they all fall in the same category. They experience the same thing. The thing is that if you look at, are we actually mapping up the food and give it to where it is supposed to be? For instance, are we at length we are no more, or we are not supposed to import, because I cannot say that as a fact, to feed our schools, that is the SHS, and then the other school feeding programs. In the past, we have been importing to feed those people. So when we even produce, we don't get the market. The other thing too is that there's a ban on export of maize in the country. Mm-hmm. So farmers, we are no more able to export maize. Mm. Mm. But we still, whilst we are not exporting maize, we are importing maize.
Oh.
Yes.
So we have banned exportation, but we are importing maize. So it means that the imported ones, when it's added to the ones locally produced, it yes. flats the market, which makes the price come down.
Exactly. And let me clarify this point here. It is not the current government that is exporting. I don't have that as a fact. But what has happened is that, around 2023, when we had the dry spell, which we may, in ordinary terms, we just call it drought, in the middle belt to the northern part of the country, government took steps to ensure that we had enough food, because it was going to affect the output of food. So there was a ban of export of food outside the country.
Okay.
That ban is still in place, in force. Then government then also made arrangements for more imports to come into the country. So they granted license to people to import into the country. And the importation, it doesn't just take 1 day or 1 month or 2 months, because those who get the license will now have to scout and know where they are importing. So all those imports have now actually arrived in the country. You see, they have arrived in the country, and then coupled with the fact that we are no more exporting, so the food now remains here. And then the third one, which is also there, is that output has also gone up. So if you look at last year, that's 2025, output has gone up of maize, rice, and so on. So once output has gone up, then you don't have to export. Then imports are also in. Then it now creates the glut that we have today. And when you have too much food, what will happen? That price will drop. And this is what we are experiencing.
If you were to advise government, what measures would you advise the government to take? Should we lift the ban on the exportation? Should we stop importation? What at all do you think we should do for now?
Well, there have been different views or opinions to what should be done. There are those who are thinking that we should lift the ban on the export so that we can export our maize outside the country. I don't belong to that school of thinking. And I'm saying this because in 2020, 2021, 2022, up to 2024, we had very high inflation rate in this country, to the extent that it was even up to 54%.
Yes.
Now, if you look at the high inflation or our inflation structure, you realize that food inflation constituted over 50% of the national inflation that time. So we were then advocating that if you wanted to bring down national inflation, then you need to just simply make sure that you bring down food inflation. So if you bring down food inflation, then national inflation will come down.
Mm-hmm.
And indeed, today, national inflation is 3.8%.
Yes.
So food inflation has come down. It has come down because there's now enough food in the country and prices have also come down. So if you export, if you lift the ban and you export, what you are going to have, two consequences will arise. One, you have money. And because when you export, you get more money. Is that not it?
Yes.
Yeah, you have the money. The prices will also go up. So you have money. The general prices, including food, will go up. So it is not everybody who is going to benefit from the export money. It's not everybody. It's not even all the farmers. Let us not talk about we those who are consumers everywhere. So the few who export will get the money. And when they get the money, the majority of us who are not benefiting from that money, we still have now go and buy the food stamps at a higher price because there will be less food in the country and then the price will go up.
But Mr. Kare, don't you also, okay, before you continue, don't you also think that if you do not lift the ban for the farmer to be able to sell his produce, the likelihood consequent will be that is either it may demoralize him to, farm in the skill that he did the previous year, or he may be discouraged to even farm in the subsequent year. And in the long run, that will also create this problem with regards to cost of food, which will have impact on inflation.
I agree perfectly. But you now have to come up with another measure. You see, farmers are fully incur costs to produce. And that cost cannot be recovered because the price is lower than what they had, the cost that they had incurred. So what government needs to do is to mop up the food that cannot find market. And you see, we have got these policies in the past. For instance, if you take the buffer stock, what is its essence? It was set up to make sure that in terms of glad like this, and particularly at the time of export, harvesting, there's so much food. And because food is bulky and is highly perishable, then they will mop up what the farmers cannot sell in the market and store it so that and release it into the market during the lean season. Or when they mop it, part of it will be given to the school feeding. But unfortunately, though the policy was good, these institutions were set up. Government never gave them money, enough capital to be able to buy the food. So they were just institutions by name. And then, when government then say that we will feed our young men and women in the schools with foodstuffs from within, more importantly within the locality there. You see, we ended up now importing food, bringing it to Accra, and sending that imported food to the rural areas, even to where they even produce local food. So that policy did not create the problem. So now we are asking government to make available money, and government actually realizing that foodstuffs were getting into abundance and they will go waste. In the 2026 budget, 200 million cedis was budgeted for to buy the foodstuffs.
It looks as if it's not adequate because the farmers are still complaining.
Very good. I'm just giving the background. So therefore, it is not adequate. Now that it's not adequate, what will government do? Government will have to overspend the budget. Budget is just an estimate.
Yeah.
It's just an estimate. And then again, you realize that in the past, even where government budgeted for many things, the disbursement was never met.
Yeah.
But this is one that when government overspends, all of us know why they overspent the budget. Yeah, we all know because that is food. So government can even overspend by 100% or more than 100% to make sure that they move all the food within the country. So the farmers do not run into that type of near total loss. That approach. Now, when government does that, there will be money in the country. The money will be in the country, and they will also have food in the country. But when you go to the export approach, you get money in the country, then you will not have food in the country.
I see.
So your money, you have more money, and then you also now have to go and buy more food again. And then at the end of the day, the more money that you have becomes useless because prices will also go up, and then you have to spend all the money again. So my view, and we also belong to that school of thought, is saying that government should find the money, buy all the food in the country, and then when they do that, the farmers have money, and then the food is also here, and it will bring down inflation.
Interesting.
You see that? Because it will make food available for all of us.
Okay. Because of time constraint, let's talk about cocoa. We've seen the debate, the minority, the opposition versus the government, and the cocoa farmers in the middle. Briefly, what's the problem? What do you think is the challenge?
You see, I'll scratch the surface for all of us to see. Cocoa board has been in existence for about 80 years. It has been in existence for about 80 years. And cocoa board, for many years, more than 30 years, has been taking loans, which they call syndicated loan, to buy the beans and then give it up to buyers. The buyers of cocoa, or it is only Ghana government, which is cocoa represented by cocoa board, that sells cocoa outside the country. Because the cocoa produced here, we don't use it here, unless a small portion of it, which is processed here. But much of the cocoa we produce here is sold outside. So there are buyers outside who will come to Ghana government through cocoa board that we want your cocoa. Then cocoa board will say, "Oh, I don't have the money to go and support my farmers, and also to buy it from the farmers and give to you." Then they will now grant cocoa board what we call syndicated loan. And because it is syndicated loan, they will pass it through the bank, and then they will bring a number of banks together, foreign banks, who will give the money out to cocoa board, and then cocoa board will now buy the beans and also help the farmers to produce, and then sell the beans to the buyers. We've been doing all that, and sometimes, look, these are business people. So what they normally do is that sometimes they refuse to give the money, but you have to negotiate for the the loan.
Mm-hmm.
They will push that cocoa board to a point where even they will now come to have the money at the time that the cocoa buying season is already in progress.
Okay.
You know, it starts on 1st October.
Mm-hmm.
Then they may come to get the money around December. And the farmers could know it. And cocoa board also knowing that if they don't get the loan early enough, farmers will also sell the cocoa to outside countries or smuggle it out.
Mm-hmm.
Outside countries. They are then compelled to accept terms that are not favorable.
Okay. At high interest rates.
And terms that are not favorable.
Okay.
Now, so that is what has been happening. Then, unfortunately for cocoa board, for many years now, the projected output that they expect from each year, they fall short of it. So if you go and take a syndicated loan to supply the buyer 800 metric tons of cocoa beans, and then at the end of the day, your production level is less than that, say 600 metric tons. It means that you have 200,000 metric tons short, which you have to give to the buyer. So you see, you now owe the buyer 200 metric tons. So it means the next season, when you produce, you have to give it 200,000 metric tons.
At the agreed rate, which was the previous
at
rate.
At the agreed rate.
Regardless of what's happening in the world market price, you will have to give it to them.
And then, because you need the money early enough, they now have what they call forward sale.
Okay.
So they will predetermine the price. And then they will give you that money. And when you come and produce the cocoa, whether the price of cocoa in the world market price has gone up or has come down, you give them the beans. They don't want money. You see? So that arrangement for 32 or so years has not been good for cocoa board. And they, to bring the matter forward, the last arrangement, cocoa board could not supply about over 300,000 metric tons to the buyers. So because cocoa output in Ghana fell very low, so they didn't have the deals to give, and they had already locked up that particular over 300,000 metric tons at a price of 2,600. Meanwhile, cocoa prices in the world market then went up to somewhere around 12,000, 10,000, 12,000. So the deals that cocoa board had, even though they could have just gone to the market and sell and get more money, they will still give to these people what? At 2,000.
At the previous rate.
At previous rate.
I see.
So it created crisis for cocoa board. And it's not only that. You know, cocoa board also entered into so many other arrangements which took away their money. Sorry. Because cocoa was they were owing they come to purchases too, they were not also through them in making certain purchases.
Okay.
Because what we heard is that before the previous government, they have spent about at the nature of living about $40-something million to import due tax, which will take many years, and yet they already have some in their stock. So all these things put together created a crisis for cocoa board. So this is where we are now. Now, government came and agreed that they will make sure that cocoa farmers will be given 70% of the price of cocoa in the world market. So if the price of cocoa in the world market is say 3,000, then they will give the cocoa farmer 70% of the 3,000. So they did that, and that's why they even have to increase prices twice in a year. You see, and they did that for in 2025. But unfortunately, while they did that for them based on a price, say around 10,000, the price dropped drastically to 4,000 something.
Mm-hmm.
And yet Ghana government still continues to pay the cocoa farmer at the 70% of, say, the 10,000.
Okay.
Which then became more than even, it became more than the 4,000 something that is sold at the world market. So what they pay cocoa farmers here is even more than what they sell at the world market. So where would cocoa continue to have the money to pay? So I was earlier on before the cabinet met, the media came to me, and I said what the prudent way to do was to reduce the price of cocoa, because the price that we are talking about, which is being paid to cocoa farmers, is based on 70% of the price in the world market. Now the world market price has come down, and if you now calculate what the cocoa farmers say, it's even more than what they sell in the world market. So they must bring down the price. And I just want to clarify this point. When they say there's a reduction in the price of the producer price, that is not true. Because it's not true. Our farmers are still gaining for now. Because the price of the producer price is determined based on what? The world market price.
Okay.
So if the world market price has fallen, and you must always have 70% of it, and your current price now is even more than the whole world price. I mean, it's just people can make it because they don't even have that money. But when they go and sell the cocoa, in spite of other costs that will be added, I mean, to sell the cocoa, that is freight and all manner of things. It's far less than what they pay you. So they need to bring down the price.
Okay.
Today.
Now, there's some people also argue that the government at the start of the season, even before the season, informed the cocoa producers that they will increase the producer price for the upcoming season. So the view by some is that when you do so, the consequence of that will be that even though at a point the cocoa season was opened earlier, a lot of people will be reluctant to sell their cocoa because the conversation has been that it will be increased in the coming month or so. So it created scarcity within the system, and that may have contributed to the increment in the price. I don't know if it makes sense to you that the earlier information suggesting that producer price will be increased may have contributed to this challenge.
Yes, but you see, you just also need to be rational. The agreement is that you will get 70% of the world market price.
Okay.
So if the world market price goes up, then they have to increase your producer price. Is that not it?
But some argue that they should know that it's volatile. It can change. It's not very. You can't have a future plan based on a condition that is volatile in nature. Oh.
And I'm saying that. You see, we are underrating our farmers. Our farmers are also aware that their producer price will be dependent upon the world market price, because you are going to get 20% of the world market price. So why would you now interpret that one to mean that even if the world market price is coming down, yours will still be up, or it should be maintained? That cannot be. It can be. So today, it is no one's fault And farmers are not worse off. They are not worse off because they are supposed to take 70% of existing world market price. But what we have today, even with government, which they claim, or people claim that government has reduced the price, they still have 90% of the world market price.
I think the reason people are making those concerns that they are comparing that to the political narrative we had when the producer price was increased to, I think, a little over 3,000, and the members of the opposition then, led by the finance minister now, who was the minority leader then, made the claim that what they produced, cocoa farmers were getting was not fair, and that if the NDC had been in power or were to be in power, they would have been able to give them around 4, 5, 6,000 cedis per bag. So people are using that to say, okay, if you made this point at the time, now you've not been able to even maintain the old price, you've rather reduced it. So they feel that the farmers have been cheated to some extent. Perhaps that's the reason why people are making those arguments. Don't you think so?
Yeah, I like the points you're making. That's because, people are looking at it from a political angle. But you see, when the minority, or by then, particularly the finance minister, current finance minister, when he was a leader of government,
the minority
in parliament. So things are said in context. One, at that time, what was the world market price? And if you do the calculations, because we are interested in all these things, because I always have the duty to speak to the media and then to be not political, to educate people, and we share ideas. So we are not political in these things. Now, the price at that time, and based on the world market price versus what government was paying the farmers, was around 25% of the world market price. It was around 25%. So, if someone made the statement that you could have paid better, and then when you do the calculations, by then to arrive using the 70%, and which would make the price around 6,000, and the person said that, then you hold him on that no matter what the case should be, even when the price is coming down from the world market price, then he must retain that. It's just not reasonable, because he said the price at go back and look at the time he made that statement. What was the price of cocoa in the world market price?
Okay.
And you see, and it was less than 70%. If you calculated 70% of the world market price by then it would give the farmers around 6,000. So if today world market price has come down, look, all of us who have supported the farmers or asked government to pay more to the farmers. If world market price of say cocoa is getting to 15,000, it's getting to 70,000, government cannot continue to pay them at the current price. We would have asked that they should get the 70%. But here in the case, world market price has come down far less than what they are even paying you here.
Okay.
And then you think that they should still continue to pay you. Using what? Even now, with the reduction, farmers are taking 90% of the world market price.
I see. Very finally, Mr. Kari, very finally, there are those who are also proposing that, well, if you've been compelled, as government claims, that to reduce the producer price of cocoa per bag by, I think, around 20-something%, then they are expecting the top executives of the cocoa board to also take a haircut, that their salaries, their conditions ought to also be reduced to reflect that. Do you think this is a realistic, or this is a very fair demand to make?
You see, I mean, if you make this simplistic comparison, how much does the chief executive take? Even if there's you reduce his salary, you reduce his conditions of service. Tell me, would that be enough to compensate for you, the farmers? It will not be. It's just like when you go and buy a motorbike, and then someone says that you should have gone to, you should have used the money to build a house. Building a house is far, far more expensive than buying the motorbike. So I'm saying that agreement, it should not even come in. What we need to, the agreement we need to be doing is what government has decided to do. The short term, let all stakeholders, cocoa farmers and everybody agree that we are in crisis. And because we are in crisis, let's resolve the crisis. Everybody's contribution will be a sacrifice. Then that one. Then two, we are going to change the model such a way that we can be able to process the cocoa here in Ghana. Okay. To the extent that we are no more going to do forward sales. You see, we are no more going to do forward sales.
Okay.
And if we are not going to do forward sales, we will have more cocoa beans within the country, which we can also give to processors within the country to process. So, I think that the current arrangement for both immediate and long term is good for us. But again, I would like to use this adage. You see, when you have a bowl of grain and then a toss on the ground, you cannot collect everything. You can't collect everything of the grain. When you are in crisis, there is no way out that you can resolve the crisis without sacrifices. And for me, if we do the analysis, farmers are not worse off because we are now taking 90% of the world market price as against 70% of the world market price. Because if the world market price comes down to 2,600, why do you still expect Ghana, cocoa board, to pay you, say, 4,000? Where are they going to get that money? You get me?
Zachary, thank you very much for speaking with us this morning. Let's allow you so that you go to the court and defend people's rights. It's very important.
So thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Yes.
That is Mr. Edward Kariwe. He is a private legal practitioner and he is a former General Secretary for GABU, speaking to us this morning. Don't forget that he is the Director, Policy and Advocacy for Legal and Entrepreneurship Support Hub. And he has been speaking to us this morning about what's happening in the agri sector regarding maize and then cocoa as well. It's bringing the time to 39 minutes after 8. Janice, I wouldn't bother you with the cocoa conversation because it's too it's for the technical people. But you will let me seek your summary opinion on our first conversation. So there are those who believe that what happened and what we saw in the video is a summary of the attitudes of a lot of Ghanaians, not just female, that we seem to have some inherent inferiority complex towards these foreigners. And then our engagement with them reflects that. The way we talk to them, when they demand, I mean, even when they praise us, they won't be like, hey, Charlie. And it's like we but they don't seem to give us the same kind of treatment. So they say it's a general problem. And two, is much more deeper when it comes to girls and male relationship, especially for some of these people the whites, let me describe them in that manner, that it's even much more serious, because when a white person, a white man, is talking to a black or a Ghanaian and more or less telling them all the good things, the likelihood is that she's much more likely to fall or to agree to whatever his demands are, as compared to the typical Ghanaian. Okay, so that too is another problem. And there are those who say, well, maybe this is also about poverty mentality. Like I say, we are so poor in this country. Immediately you see a white man, you're like, okay, this is an opportunity to travel abroad to break the chains of poverty, so let me grab it. So there's also that factor. But I want to take your opinion on all of the what may have been the reasons why, based on what we saw. I don't know if indeed that was what happened, but based on what we saw, it looks as if it was easier for the young man to convince a lot of the ladies, which is why a lot of the young men in Ghana, are not very happy with you at all. You have issues with your gender.
To be fair,
because of how you.
To be fair, Alpha. To be fair, Alpha, I think on this show we've discussed the changing dynamics when it comes to relationships in this country. And then I want to point out that lately relationships are largely transactional. The highest bidder wins. And so let's even put the white man aside. When you even come to Ghana, a young man, you'll be working with a young girl, and then some rich man from somewhere will come and steal your girl.
Driving some very nice car.
It happens.
Yeah, it happens. You're right.
It happens very much often.
Yeah, it's very common.
So I think it's the same thing that is happening, that is playing out in this video. That you have a white man who promises.
The assumption is that he's successful.
He's successful. He's rich.
He's well.
Or even he's going to give you some dollars.
He's from abroad.
Yes.
So he may even take you there.
He might even brighten your future for you.
Your future is dark.
So I think it was easier for the man to convince these young ladies because of the mindset towards relationships and how transactional it is. And then I think Nana Petrum, even one time on a dress show, Nana Petrum came to say that these days the young men, they tend to get things very easily. From women. It's like everything is on display. It's just money. Once you have money, the assumption is that you can have any type of woman that you want. So I think the video it displays how true that is and how deep the mindset of transactional relationships have seeped into our society. So that is my thought on it, that it is easy. If it was easy for the white man to convince these girls, any rich man could have picked them up just as easy. It doesn't matter the skin color.
Now let's briefly talk about the part where you talked about why do you think we are sharing? Why do you think people are forwarding? Why do you think people are not covering? These are Ghanaian ladies, and our own bloggers are not even covering their faces. They are displaying everything to get whatever reactions they want to get. It's like we don't seem to have compassion for each other on these kinds of issues.
No, I also think it's not even about compassion. I think we are to a large extent not very appreciative of the concept of privacy and social media. I think we've not really understood.
Yeah, we think on social media anything goes.
Yes,
yeah, I think
you can just.
That's why
anything.
Some people can be very decorous in their private life, but the same people who go on social media and
do anything,
the things they will write and the things you're like, how? So maybe that's.
I think as a people we take things too lightly when it comes to social media usage and the things that we post online.
And unfortunately, those are the things that trend. And it's like everybody wants to trend.
And then, aside even this video, you see the videos where, let's say, a young kid is saying something that is not age appropriate, and then you'll take a video of that young person and you'll post it. Like, all of those things are not right, especially if you don't have the consent of the parent of the minor. But then we do those things anyway. So I think one time we had a program with a certain school, a private school, and then when we finished the program, we wanted to take pictures of the kids. And so the photographer told the kids that, oh, gather around, I want to take a picture. And the photographer took a picture of the kids. It was it's a well-known private school. And so the woman who was in charge of the kids at that event was fighting with the photographer, and the photographer did not understand. But the woman is like, these people, before you use their image, you have to make sure that their parents are consenting to it. So you can't just photograph them without their parents' consent. And you have people who are like very advanced in, let's say, their education, and they are very particular about what you do with their children's image.
Yes.
But then I think we a lot of us, we take these things lightly. We just take a picture of anything and we post it anyhow. We know. But like I said, even when you meet someone walking on the street, you can't just take a picture of
that's
the
what we
person
do.
and post.
Even in accidents, people are quick to take pictures and videos rather than to go and assist or to make any call to get some help for those people. So it's like this social media thing is really changing the way we behave. The other thing is that we don't seem to know that this rather is embarrassing us as a country.
Yes.
So the more we forward, the more we keep sharing. It's like we are embarrassing ourselves, because then the mindset of Ghana also will be, they are cheap, these people. These people, I mean, you just need to be a white person, or you just need to give them something. Because I saw a screenshot of the young man. I think he was asked the question, how much are these ladies taking? He said, oh, some of them $20 and $10 is enough. He said, he answered in that manner. I was like, wow. And so, some of the young men who are angry, it's not because of the fact that they don't seem to get those opportunities from these young ladies. They also are looking at the embarrassment it's creating for us as a whole, because it's not just the name of these young ladies, it's Ghanaian ladies. So there's Ghana attached to it. So as a Ghanaian, you are seen in that light. Do you get it? So that's why I think we need to, stop the sharing and whatever. I think we are told that the Ministry of Communication has deleted the videos on the videos, which is a good thing. It is really a good thing, and they want to take some actions. We hope that we'll get through with that.
Yes, but I think on the upper side, people will be more careful how they interact with
are you sure?
Others.
People learn?
I think they will.
0541022318.
They are going to learn, because I have a friend, and then she was telling me that she went out over the weekend. She was going to buy coconuts. And then she met someone, and the person said, oh, let me give you a ride. And she's like, oh, no.
Sure.
Before you know.
Okay, maybe in the meantime, it may. Good morning.
Good morning, my good friend Alfa. How are you?
I'm good. Talk to me, Mr. Body. This morning we talked about cocoa and the social media, the Russian guy and his affair with Ghanaian ladies. I don't know which one you want to talk about.
You see, as for this Russian guy, did the Russian guy rush to the room of this woman and rape her? They came to him. He invited them. They came to him.
But he shouldn't have recorded the videos, because clearly.
Let me come there. That is another aspect that we can talk about it.
Yes, that's
the one that who. If you were a businesswoman, this man invite you. You don't go to his room. You go to a conference hall or something like that. In a hotel, there's a conference room. You go and do your business. It's not his room. A Ghanaian woman, you see, some Ghanaian women, if you put cash here and life here, most of Ghanaian women will take cash over the life. So as for that, I want to come to the birth matter, the very important matter, the cocoa sector. You see, don't forget that the cocoa sector started dwindling, collapsing since 2024. And that is why 2024, the then government, NPP, could not raise cocoa syndicated loans. And when Baumon met the press, during the encounter with the press, the question was posed to him, are you aware that the cocoa sector is collapsing? Baumon said he was not aware. That knew very well that it is because of that is why you could not raise the loan, because no bank was willing to give you the loan. You see, what you come to. Yes, I don't actually sympathize with Grandier, because please, you have to give me some time, because Grandier, you came and discovered that there is a mess, and you did not initiate any step, any process to deal with those who caused the mess. And now you see that Is this blamed for all this?
Okay.
And you see, no, please,
let's be fair to the other callers, Mr. Bedu. Let's be fair to them. Let's allow others to also come through this morning. We don't seem to have a lot of time, but you can join me on 0541022318. Whichever issue you want to tackle, you have the opportunity to do so. Good morning.
Good morning, Alfa.
Yes. Me too.
Alfa, now, what's your area, Mokase? You can think we no, I know whether come there that other can discuss. So, come here, evidence is out. If you video, I'm over my and
can discuss in Zenga and Zino. Sanga one share and gain him. Say, I want for the own way I share, you very own.
Aha. If you might be the anymore, they got back in the days, the quiet. Obi the year this hour when the quiet form my bed didn't die. So, then to me, say, I know who did that. Kedada who near Consul. But the quiet is one of my and one waha. I had here.
They be on yadi, but chopa on yadi bakusi 0541022318. You can also join the conversation this morning. Good morning.
Alfa, good morning.
Yes, please, your name and where you're calling me from, sir.
You're from a break of four. The Casafri Agregans.
But you're with you.
I'm in fact, I can say my honorable Kesibi, MC, our Quadaso constituency, and chairman and a question. Opening the year can cook 17 say, probably no, maybe a blame singing Nabema, and penny for a dark Greek no, and a cuckoo no, ano. If we say opening the door, dear Dianoa, and was a uba, Sabri Lumana Yura, Randiabi, at the bottom of some air banner, and Ankayiti in the year, and he don't who say cuckoo no, Samuel Aquafem, and no musica Samuel. Sabri Lumana, amount for being more opening Mr. Alfa, Momo, when this one fine show. Nemo yekuru mu hanomono mo amoye journalist na ye jimu di se sebeta fracha mona ma adwemu abobio a minimum ade no e fa ba bi ne se minimum se ye bo apayo se mo no ma sheda aye mo adwene se mo tirete ye ni aye ni mu na minim e fi se so bi ka se mema nka me wo ono ma percentage we be bia de na duru nka se na mema e so se o ka se no matter how it is, send your TB and member or say dollar ni will see. Oko gama insua price ni see and inti senkiyen in kaya buying waswa and kesa ni say we see the member percentage see. And idea no waba and idea no swati and inti ni sa percentage no wa work day mouth and only your control baby. Minimum the general Samu Kurumu and Momode a person mind say butu say ye is a watch down sooner more for a year education, you know.
That's it. Thank you very much for joining us this morning. He has ended up attacking us, the media. As a move 0541022318. You can also join me this morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, Mr. Raji, good morning. Me too.
Last what is it? My name is Abedi. Sama, I could walk on Muka. Over the back, if you have to enter, what the time I could walk. Besides, media may buy, no matter how, what you call no, I buy it in the same. Yeah, Papa, we don't want a girl present. Abba. Oh, Abba.
Mr. Regime, too.
Oh, my, no, you know. Oh, Uncle NBC, on the cut of the neck. Send me that no one is on the kidnap level. I'm not to you. But what would be selling them? What is a quarter year? What kind? What say? Or call the actual cost of what to be. What that until I was workers on who will ratify. What was I to say? Obusa yẹn ni àwọn ọmọdé ọmọ ká àwọn ọbùsẹ dẹ ọmọ kẹntì ẹsẹ kẹ ọmọ mi wà nípa àfà just you get no, you're crossing a deal about me, bra, or your attack now, what to cocoa. The mammy cocoa, about no cocoa to wait to car. The cocoa do know. I will go home to cocoa. And you said, cocoa in my cocoa the bar, you can't say that to show you to show them what you after you. The law will say, cocoa, a bit back to so. I don't know what is on. No one is a cocoa, a bit back to so now, more. And I was a mess, no, I was it, a cocoa road that you know. Cocoa, a kind of my entire matter. No, we, when I'm you go the cat, only kiss you right now. I give you where come and come.
Okay.
1 minute.
Oh, that's what we. The time when I'm always here.
What Nuka, and city. What's it? What the day? The more by versa.
Okay. Yeah, that's it. Thank you very much, Mr. Deji, for joining our conversation this morning. It's 57 minutes after 8. You can also call me on 0541 022318. 0541 022318. Good morning.
Mr. Tete mentioned my name, so let me answer him, please. I'll be briefly. He said we told them that we give them 6,000. After that time, the world market price was $10,000, $12,000 about. So he said that if you curtail it by 70%, you will get more than what you are giving, 2,000 that you are giving to them.
Thank you.
The world market is 4,000.
Thank you very much, Mr. Badu. You can call me 0541 022318. 0541 022318. That's how you can join me this morning with your submission. Good morning.
About 2017. About 2018. About all time low. I don't know what to show.
Thank you very much, Mr. Zachi, for coming back. That will be all for the coming back people. Let's move on to new people. 0541 022318 is how you can also join the conversation. Good morning. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Yes. Please, your name and where you're calling me from?
Papa Kente. Papa
Kente with you.
In fact, come on, prayer question, a very serious file. No say will speak listen to young Kano, Ghana guest as a by. In fact, a bassa, also a man had gave his say, other the countries, any different perception about young Ghana, especially ladies, and any nice. Going to himself, my to my you have to come up, more nice and more come up. You can't say more, such a sad name, and never we basta any nice. Mudian shoe, but all day, one thing is there. A choir, any panocraft house, to say, within your woman, and the most not to say, just something like that. Let you cast in your dinner, continue to sound life, and not being. And I say, so many cables who say, we are few. You little big, we are thinking any pan say, I live in the buy, and whatever, Mamma, Namus will have a come one after day. Only if you, me, check. Now, never will start personally, as to go, we make sense, yeah, my aim. Doesn't make sense. Yes, no, they should be very careful,
Thank you very much for joining our conversation this morning as well. 0541 022318 is the number for you to also join us this morning with your submission. Good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello. Yeah, good morning, Alfa.
Yes, please, your name and where you're calling me from?
My name is Rita, calling from Asenia.
Priscilla from...
Rita from Asenia.
Okay, Rita, please.
You always call me Priscilla, but I'm not Priscilla.
Sorry. Rita, talk to me.
Alpha, when it comes to these issues of cocoa, our politicians say, I'm far agree in the politics. The politicians should start planning. Say, I'm far agree in the politics. As a third world country, you don't control the price of dollar there. In the position of promising cocoa farmers to say, or more cocoa be sent cocoa no mungo being come. Now, about try to say, and other according. about positions. So the politicians should learn.
Okay.
Politics, but there are some sectors that you can some of the government. Thank you.
And that's it, Rita. Thank you very much for joining us this morning with your submission. We'll take just 2 or 3 calls, and then Evangelist, who is observing the Wednesday for Good Day on Monday, will join us with his thoughts on Fugunu Grami Nibio. Oh, wow. Good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm good. What's your name?
This is Mohamed Musa.
Mohamed Musa, talk to me.
My plea on Ghanaian ladies is they should focus on their own work. That will benefit them. Then look for free money. If your own sweat cannot benefit you or help you, free money from someone can never help you. And then they don't even know the status of that man who came. In fact, it's very painful. At the end of the day, there will be diseases all over. In fact, may God kill these people for us.
Okay, thank you very much. I didn't hear what you said. Did you say may God kill them? I hope that's not what you said. I just hope so. Because good morning.
Yeah, hello, good morning, Alfa.
Yes, Kobe. You do.
Jenny, you're the
or Josupan, and Yaji say, was it any favorite pants? You Bamu and Yaji.
Hey, Alfa, Blanc.
Okay, I'm sending number my wine on the Nagi carry.
Mate, Alfa.
That is good. You want to say something? Okay, me too.
Alfa, your man, dear, for Jumau, and so many so money. Now, Brotira for Mamusha can't Ghana for one because you know, you said, Minister, the party one year you because a non of the man, I saw a moment, it's a similar. What I say. Into a mono, where say you video, one into a foreign country, not there. A bit in it, and then I'm so I had the mamma more guasi. It's a man, dear, from my way in Sia, Madin account, so on. Tiava, and Penfield, from among shop farmers among my right.
Okay. Mate, thank you very much, Kobe. Thank you for joining us this morning. So let's pick the last caller. Good morning.
Hello, good morning, Alfa.
Yes, your name and where you're from?
Osta from Shabuaka.
Oh, Osta, how are you?
About the grace.
You hear from me, everything will be fine. I'm listening.
Oh, I understand. What you said. Alpha, my little bit to add to this situation. I think, like with the cocoa situation, it is a prehistoric. You see, I've been listening to others speak about this, and I'm glad that the government is now coming out with these solutions once and for all. When we go back to really talk about the situations, as some of them have already come to diagnose it to our understanding, I think with the current propositions from the government, we should have ample time. Okay. Considering that the prices have dropped, some of the farmers have now understood the point of the government. But one thing is also key. I think that the government should also consider reshuffling the management and also the modus operandi of cocoa board. That needs to be really, because elsewhere, like Japan, if a company incurs loss, it is first the management that is going to cut their salaries, their allowances, and all these things. The government needs to pay attention to those things too. They need to look into the expenses of cocoa board, where their monies they are going, how they are operating. Because we cannot say that we are always incurring loss. And now look at how the tonnage is dwindling because of galamsey activities and afforestation. You get it? Yeah. So that must be also looked at, because we don't also want to be hearing that now the processing of the 50% of the produce, we cannot get the amount and all that. Yeah. That is my little bit to it. And also with the ladies, Alpha, I do not see anything strange. This should come as a warning to our ladies. The amount of get quick mentality that they want. I think most of the ladies
fell victim to the Russian guy because they thought that they were going to have things easily with them in terms of money. Even if the Russians should give me $100, I think I'm good to go. And that is where it has landed them. Because at the end of every scheme is your greed. The person tests you how greedy you can be. And this is just a love affair. It is very bad that the Russian guy took advantage of them, making it seem that Ghanaian ladies are cheap. Looking at how the videos were edited, that he just holds your hands and gets into the room with them and have a fling with them. That is not how it is. And it is not all the ladies that he was able to have his way with them. So please,
okay,
it is that the government has taken a step. But our ladies, please be careful. The white man that always come with his intentions unknown to you. So please, we should all take it, not just the ladies, we men. Because I've seen other videos too that we have white ladies coming into Africa and having sex traffic, going from Kenya and others trying to have black men satisfy them and also record it on other platforms. But it's just that this Russian guy has come to be the eye opener to such things. So more kudos to you for bringing this into the limelight.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Oyster, for joining us this morning. Evangelist is with me in the studio. Evangelist, good morning.
Good morning, Alpha. How are you?
I am good. I hope you are good too.
Alhamdulillah, I'm good. We thank God for yet another beautiful week that He has blessed us.
You're looking good in your fugu.
Thank you very much.
Who was saying? How many do you have?
I need to count. I need to count.
You need to count. Wow.
Yeah, I need to count. I've lost count.
See how life is.
Honestly,
it's not balanced.
I have
just like
friends
they say on the streets
in the north. Whenever they see me, why
are you laughing?
Some also come and give me some as a gift.
Then tell them that you have
I've
another.
received about 3 or more as gift.
Tell them that you have another friend who doesn't have even one food.
You should not have a problem having it because it's from your area. Why?
But I don't seem to get lucky with them.
I need to ask you for some. You can even ask your
I've
people
never put on fugu
to send me some.
Okay, let's get into the issues this morning. Let's start with cocoa.
Yes.
The government is under a lot of pressure with regards to the cost of the producer price of cocoa. The government said, well, this problem is not our creation. It's an inherited problem. We want to change the structure of cocoa board.
Yeah.
We want to process a lot of our cocoa beans. But the critical subject matter that is affecting a lot of the cocoa farmers is we used to take 3,600 and something cedis per bag. You've come. You promised that possibly you may even increase it. Now you are giving out 2,500 and something cedis. So that's a worry to a lot of cocoa farmers. So box everything for me. In the next 10 minutes, we'll still take on this.
Thank you very much. This morning I share with our listeners Proverbs 3 verse 7. Be not wise in your own eyes, fear the Lord and turn away from evil. This life that we are living, we are always tempted to think that we are the wisest people on earth and all that, but scripture says we shouldn't be wise in our own eyes. In all things we should fear the Lord and shun evil. Good morning.
Good morning.
My brother, the cocoa issue. I like one caller that says, I think she's, her name is Rebecca or something. Rita, good. She said we shouldn't play politics with agric. I will want to add some to it. We shouldn't play politics with health, with education and our security. Okay. But the truth of the matter is, all the policies that regulate these things, it will take the politician to develop them and implement them. So I'm looking at a healthy debate with regards to these things, and let's take the negativity out of it. Talking about cocoa, I'm happy entering into this building whilst I was listening to you and your callers. I was so excited that when you spoke with Edward Carrier, now Esquire lawyer, the Esquire is one of the things that people like. So Alfa Ali Esquire. Listening to him, he did a very fair analysis of the whole issue. Now, I know my brothers in the MPP, they are excited, pretending to be sympathizing with the cocoa farmer because they think that we in the NDC at a point play politics that really affected them, really hurt them. But let's look at these things. These cocoa issues and most of the resources that we have, there are certain key things that controls them. That's the world market.
Okay.
So long as you do not process your resources into final products and all that, there is the world market. The world market also, each minute has its pricing. I love watching CNN, especially their business side of it. Every few minutes, they will give you that stock, and you will see, once even it's on their dashboard, you see the green and the red, what is going up and how much is being added, and what is going down and how much is being taken out of it. And as a country, the dollar rate, the exchange rate, is something we cannot do away with. So whilst you see that gold price is $5,000 on the world market, you must also look at your exchange rate. How much is a dollar being exchanged here? And then the technicalities will come in. And then how much is government paying the cocoa farmer? There's always a price mechanism that goes with percentage. Government, over the past, we've seen a government that's led by Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo giving the cocoa farmer 43%. It has happened here. Today we have a government in the name of NDC, President John Dramani Mahama, giving the farmer 90%. It has never happened before. There's no way that a time will come that we will give the farmer 100%. We all know that the farmer by himself or herself does not go and sell the raw beans at the world market. It takes government, and there's a whole processes giving the farmer sacks, that's the jute sacks, giving the farmer pesticide, sometimes seedlings and other farm inputs. All this comes at a cost. The government is not Father Christmas. It is the little percentage the government takes that he uses some to give you this. Now let's go into the figures. Today, what we are talking about, government giving the farmer 2,587 cedis, which is 90% of the world market rate. 90%. That nobody can dispute it. You can check on your phone and get to know the figures. And the 90%, we used 4,200. It's between $4,100 and $4,200. Even if you use the rate of 11 cedis, which I know we use 10.25. Even if you use 11 cedis, a ton of cocoa is 46,200. That's my calculation. But it's less because of the exchange rate. When you divide it by 16, that is, we have 16 bags in a ton, you get 2,887 cedis. And government out of this is giving the cocoa farmer 2,587. Government only saving 300 cedis on every bag. Government is taking the shock. These are the realities. You can sit anywhere and do your politics and say that the NDC at a point promised the cocoa farmer that will give them more than 6,500. But we cannot lose sight of that time. That time, the world market price then, which was around 7,200. Even at a point, it went over $10,000 per ton. And the rate, the exchange rate then, 16.3. That was the legacy of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, the head of the economic mismanagement team. This they cannot run away from. So if you look at that time, how much was government giving the cocoa farmer? How much was government making? Every bag, it was around 11 to 12,000 cedis a bag. But government decided to give the farmer 3,100 cedis. And we in the NDC then said, if we were in charge then, looking at 12,000 a bag that government is getting, we would have given the farmer more than 6,000. It was a fair argument to make. And the farmers believed that the NDC was being truthful. They were being shortchanged by the MPP administration. And that is a fact that you cannot run away with. The figures, the data is there. It's on the net. Now, if we are selling it at the world market at 4,000, between 4,100 and 4,000 per ton, even now it has come down. You can check. But whilst we were making that arrangement, that was the rate. So government is tied up to ensure that you don't come and give us another story. Do you understand? So for us today, the dollar is around 11 cedis. On the average, 11 cedis. Multiply it by 4,200. These are the facts. If I say I'm happy, it's because of the timing. The MPP can shout and make all the politics out of it. We have how many years to the general election?
Do you honestly think that the cocoa farmer is interested in all of these explanations?
You see?
Or for him, what he will look at is how much was I getting?
Yes.
The last,
you see?
How much am I getting?
A caller called in, you cut him short.
Who was this?
Claiming that he is attacking you, the media.
No,
and you,
his time was up.
I
give everybody.
I understand. Me, this where you are sitting, I sit there. Even last night I was sitting there. So don't worry, we know distance. For me, speaking like this, I feel insulted. I feel my intelligence is being dragged in the mud. Yes, I'm a cocoa farmer. I've gone to school. Everything I'm saying is data. Everybody can verify. So for you to think that I do not understand this, or the cocoa farmer does not understand this, it's an insult on this stage. You understand? No, the temptation is there. The temptation, I understand you.
You can understand something and not be interested.
Yes. I understand
you. At the end of the day, everybody is selfish inherently.
We are all looking at our interests.
Absolutely. So
I understand you. So I'm looking at both sides.
Absolutely.
Speaking as somebody who is seated at your place and somebody who is seated here, and a farmer, that do not belittle our intelligence. We understand these things. Yes, it has affected me. On every bag that I harvest or I make, now I'm losing over 1,000 cedis. It's a whole lot of money. It's a whole lot of money. We, the farmers, we went for loans. We used other ways and means to ensure that we have our bags.
The other question I would like to ask
is
that if the prices will be determined on the basis of the volatility in the prices at the world market, what is the true essence of management?
Good.
Is management not the function of prediction as well?
Absolutely.
Management be able
foresight
to
and all that.
Okay, maybe let's do.
Yes,
so
yes. It goes into it. You are excellent about your question. It's true. It's true. But we do not also lose sight of the reality of the day. Okay. That is it. You should be able to plan into the future. That is unseen. But the reality of today catches up with you. So for us, I'm excited, London, that we are going to have an automatic adjustment formula. I'm in the gold industry. I know sitting here, if I need 10 pounds of gold, I go on my phone, I do my checks, I calculate my money, I go out there, it's not in. So the cocoa farmer must also go by that. Whilst government clears the debt, the 32.91 billion debt that the MPP left for us to clear. We are giving out bonds to clear it and all that. That is management, prudent management.
In the next 10 minutes, what's your view on this cocoa sector issues?
What?
Ubemaya spend it as I
I want to know.
I sent you the topic.
I want to hit the nail right on the head. That's why I'm asking. What is it? What has happened? I hear cuckoo in the sky. Cuckoo everywhere I went. I hear cuckoo.
Price of cocoa has reduced.
As what?
Has reduced. Has been reduced.
It has been reduced. Hey! Alfa.
And the NDC says it's because of two things: mismanagement of the sector and the world market price.
Let me say good morning to you, and to your cherished listeners, and to our cherished viewers on the social media portals.
Yeah.
Alfa, I heard evangelists saying that somebody said we shouldn't read politics into it, and he had qualm at a point. But at the point he said yes, he doesn't want us to inject politics into cocoa
No, he said
matters.
he agrees with the person.
So
Yes,
today we shouldn't inject politics into cocoa matters. He said health and education. He said
And
the
security.
He said a whole lot that the politics is out of those things because they are in power. Alfa, see, they are your people. I keep telling you, always advise them. You don't. You see, this is a government who is in power today. They came they came to win elections on the back of a whole lot of promises on the ground of outrageous promises they made to the farmers. Look, one of the sectors that hit us hard was the cocoa sector because of what NDC were saying. They had made a whole lot of promises to the farmers. They said the next NDC government has pledged to build cocoa processing factories in cocoa growing areas to reduce raw cocoa exports and add value locally. Look, Asinfosu, we have farms in Asinfosu, Obuasi, so, and it's cocoa. Yambechere, you go to Yambechere, we have cocoa. You know, I told you, I've been in Asinfosu for a long time. I know my family house is at Asinfosu, current Asinfosu, Zongo chief is my uncle. Okay? So, you said a whole lot. I know of our polling station executives, MPP polling station executives, who didn't even vote for us at all because of the promises NDC gave them. At the time, we were selling it at what? 3,100 cedis. You came and told them that no, Ato Forsen was leading the charge. Ato? That we needed to have bought it at 6,000 Ghana cedis. Nothing short of that. So our own party people condemned us and supported NDC. We voted for them. Because look, when you talk about livelihood, this is livelihood you are talking about. You come and sit here and read politics. Livelihood. Ever, I have been a municipal chief executive before. When we introduced free senior high school, ask Baba Isa. You have parents coming to you and telling you that, honorable, yes, as for the free senior high school is there, but the provisions for them to go to school. So, you see, you see it as nothing. But some of look, at a point, even passport pictures. We were financing passport pictures. The only passport picture that the parents have to go, you do it for us. So, when a government comes to power, they reduces a quantum of 1,000 Ghana cedis, 10 million whole Ghana cedis on each bag. Hey, evangelist.
Their claim is that
forget about the claim.
Reflects.
Forget about the claim.
I'm
coming to that. Forget about the claim. Evangelist, when a government comes to power and reduces each bag of cocoa 1,000 Ghana cedis, 10 million old Ghana cedi. Look, no amount of justification can win this battle and win this debate for you people. Go and get them their money. Look, you see, when you are in power today, you are in government, Ghanaians have voted for you. You made a whole lot of promises. We were always with you on these platforms and other various platforms. We were telling you people that, look, you should be measured in the way and manner you kept promising, because promises, look, it should come with, it should be in tandem with the influence. You people have not done any of these, but you kept saying a whole lot of things, promising. Then you are in government today. When there is an issue today and you are quizzed, your justification of incompetence is on a retrospective audit. When MPP was there. What sort of politics is this?
So
it's all about retrospective audits. MPP. Look, you are in charge. Take it and deal with it. Who told you when we came to power, we came and met money sitting at Cocoa Board? There was nothing at Cocoa Board. Because you go for syndicated loans, you get money, you go and purchase all the beans and give it back to them. Now farmers have brought their beans to you. For 4 months, you've not paid them. It took we same opposition party MPP our noise for you to organize an emergency cabinet meeting to come and announce a reduction. Then today your justification is that MPP, hey, please. Look, you remember I told them and I will tell them today that the problem that this government will have will be Herculia, Ganganchua, Hamongos, and Herculia. Because you see, they keep tossing and shifting goalposts. How on earth do you justify such a matter? Today you talk of force majeure. Yes, force majeures are there. You remember when we were talking about during COVID, we told you that, look, external factors, it can hit you and hit you hard. You said nothing. You said you heard nothing. You said there was nothing like that. Today, just a sector of an economy, a sector, cocoa sector alone, there you are, moving helter-skelter. You don't even know where to put the rope. Then, anytime you are quizzed, retrospective audits is your justification of this incompetence that you are leading us to. Look, we said it. Don't forget that. I kept telling him that, you see, this issue of dollar CD kind of thing, you've not introduced any monetary policy for us to even have the confidence, because we know you are pumping dollars, you are pumping our money. You pump $10 billion. As I'm speaking with you, they've pumped $22 billion. They've pumped $2 billion. Currently, they've pumped $2 billion. Will you always get a 2 billion, 10 billion, 1 billion to pump in just to make sure you sustain your artificial dollar to CD10? Don't forget that as you do this, you are encouraging importation. Don't forget, once you encourage importation, what happens is that, you see, when you go to import, you give them a good narrative as far as their employment status is concerned. And once you do that, you are importing unemployment into your system, inflation. Look, this inflation thing, do you know why it's not corresponding with the market prices of goods? We will get there. You remember I told you that, listen, we have a lot to talk about. You people, we will hold your feet to the fire. Okay. But because we were on our Baumia campaign 10, we said we will hold on. The focus on the time, the center of attraction was on Baumia. Let us finish with the Baumia 10 and then we will direct all our ministries to you. A sector of the economy has left you people explaining. Look, you explain and explain and explain.
Let me read. Let me read.
When you went to sell our listen, you went to sell our gold. Losses were recorded.
Yeah.
Cocoa to losses. You anything we give you to go to the market and sell, you come back with losses. A government. Look, we will hold your feet to the fire. We will activate fire. We will open fire. We will exert pressure on you people.
Let me read some of the messages. At least you know what to cut.
Yes.
Let me read the messages that have come. This one says that this one is coming in from Kofi. Kofi says, good morning. I think that as a cocoa farmer, I'm not happy at all with the move of the government.
Give them their money.
My expectation was consistency or improvement on what they inherited. The argument about the price at the world market makes economic sense, but politically, I had 6,000 during the campaign. It's very difficult for me to now accept 2,600. Okay. Thank you very much, Kofi, for joining us this morning with your message.
Did you say 2,600? Where did you get that?
Oh,
it's 2,500. Listen.
He ran it.
Where from this?
It makes sense. I mean, mathematically, he wants to round the figure up. So
it's 2,500.
When you learn,
give them
mathematics,
you give them 3,100 that we were giving them.
That's the central argument. That's what I just read.
Don't
argue with the texter. Let me read.
I'm not arguing with the
texter.
I'm arguing with you. Whoa.
I'm reading his message. I'm not expressing an opinion.
Go on.
I'm reading. Good morning.
Will make sure all of these
said, okay, this one is hi boss, good morning. Adonai One Barbering Sport Abuakwa. Okay. Thank you very much for joining us this morning with your message. Alaji, talk to me about what happened yesterday.
Before I talk to you about what happened yesterday, let me tell guys.
Let me check the time so that I will time you very well.
Let me tell guys.
You have 10 minutes. So.
That they should not be despaired. They should have confidence.
The time you are coming.
There is a good time. MPP, we've done it before, and we will continue to do it again. We will do it every day. Given the opportunity, it has been our trump card. Development, good governance. See, our government, when we were in power, there was a strong and unambiguous force majeure when the whole world had to be closed down. COVID wasn't an easy matter, but we ensured that workers were paid, statutory payments were effected. We made sure that developmental projects were not left out. Today, there is a government in power. Only a price of a commodity has left them moving helter-skelter. And the only justification for their incompetence is retrospective audits, where you ask them what is going on. MPP didn't leave money. We came and met them. Hey! Look, MPP, like I said earlier, we've done it before. We will do it again. We are better managers. You remember I keep telling you that you know something. We've been in government before. We've won elections from opposition. We've won election in government, and we lost election also from government. So we know how to get back to government. Cocoa is in tatters. Cocoa matters is in tatters. No amount of justification can get you out of this. Go to the health sector. The sort of problem that we are finding there. Look, one day, activate your phone lines and ask those from 70 years going the treatment they used to get when we were in government and what they get today. You will cry. I'm telling you, you do that. Education cannot be mentioned. I remember when we were in government, there were a lot of things that we did just to make sure that a lot of things were put right. You saw nothing good in them. You pinpointed holes and pinch holes and were saying the unsayables, only for you to be voted to come and do something else. Yes, yesterday, elections.
People are asking,
internal election.
Kennedy did not show up.
Oh, it doesn't matter. I mean, what matters is that, what matters is that you see, sometimes life is about choices. I wasn't there. Is it news?
Yes.
Was I also there? I wasn't
it's
there.
Not news.
So
because you didn't contest.
Maybe something might have triggered.
But if Kennedy is not there, it's news.
Oh no! I mean,
that's why it's news.
No, you know what? We don't want to.
I don't know if
we don't want
did Brian
go?
Did Brian attend?
They're all there.
Okay.
You see, we don't want to read meanings into some of these. See, at the end of the day.
Because a day before he had, or was it the same day? He had recorded. There was a video of him thanking.
Yes. Yeah, and maybe we might be engaged in an equally important maybe activity. So we don't want to go there. You see, but the fact of the matter is that. Look, for Alfa, today, MPP, we have our presidential candidate elected. The gargantuan percentage of the party persons have endorsed Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia to be our flag bearer. In the wisdom of the party, there was the need for us to converge at a point and at a place to thank God. The Thanksgiving service started on Friday, don't forget. We went to the National Mosque, we went there, the malams, the imams, led the prayer for us to thank God. Because you see, before the elections, there were prophecies of bloodshed, there were prophecies of war, there were prophecies of confusion between us. But lo and behold, God being so good, we finished with our internal elections without any problem. Not even an ambulance was seen there. Nothing. All the centers. So we needed to go and thank God. Yesterday was just the fantastic one.
The candidate says a lot were said against each other. Let's forgive and forge ahead. Do you think you can forgive each other?
That's how it is. I mean, Alfa, look, don't forget.
This guy looks as if Kennedy has not forgiven.
You remember I've kept telling you that of all the contestants, of all of them, the very person who was chastised, insulted, maligned, and lampooned is the same presidential candidate, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. He was insulted, chastised, maligned. Look, issues were said about him, linking him to issues that he has no knowledge of. A whole lot of things.
But the Bawumia come to open fire on Kennedy.
What did he say about Kennedy?
Oh, you said some of your people said he was even not normal. Mentally he had challenge.
Did Bawumia say that?
No, I'm saying that.
No.
That's why
I'm talking about Bawumia, the presidential candidate. You know, let me tell you something.
If your supporters...
There is this thing about a supporter saying what, and there is another thing about you, the main contender, saying something. Look, Dr. Bawumia has always told us. Look, there was a discussion I had with him. You know what he told me? He said that, look, we are winning. We are winning. So we should not do anything that will destroy the fiber that we intend to take to the market.
Okay.
You understand? So we should be very measured. We should not attack. We should not insult. We should make sure that once we have stories to tell, we should tell our story. And that was what we did. But don't forget that he was called a liar by a main contender. Did we say, did we respond in equal measure? We didn't. We said, oh, fine. But for a candidate or an aspiring candidate to call a candidate a liar, you know, it's too big and strong of a word. But Bawumia said, no, let it go. Let us focus on making sure that we bring the party together, because we have an agenda to prosecute. After the elections, we will need everybody on board. And today, that is what Bawumia is saying. Irrespective of what you said about him, irrespective of where you are, where you stand, where you stood at the time, let us all come together, because it's the party that we are selling before the candidate comes. As I sit here today, I sit here in my capacity as Ali Dubai, in the capacity of being an MPP person. Okay, I represent MPP here. So wherever you are, let your actions correspond to that of the presidential candidate. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia doesn't insult. He doesn't even respond to some of the allegations that were leveled against him. Don't forget, this was a vice president when he was in government. It was alleged that he owned Hartel. NDC said a whole lot about this matter. He didn't say anything. They went on to say that anytime you make a purchase of electricity, Bawumia had a share.
I think it was started
which
by
was not true.
a former
Today,
member of your party, Solomon Owusu.
Vindication is in the womb of time. Today, they are in government. They should come and prove whether Bawumia owns Hartel, as they said when they were in opposition, or anytime you make a purchase of electricity, Bawumia has a share. They should come and prove it to Ghanaians. They cannot prove it. That's why we were saying that, listen, everything that has to be said about the man has been said. And with respect, people have got to understand that they were all on truth. And for that matter, look, the best person to take Ghana to the promised land is Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. We tell Ghanaians that they should give us the nod. If a government will come to power and a price of a commodity in one sector can hit them to make the center of all discussions, cocoa, then we are in serious business. If we will not pray that COVID comes, may Allah do away with COVID. Never again should we experience COVID in our life, because if today we have something like COVID,
Ghana will
we have our life to contend with, because these people, they cannot manage it. They cannot do anything. They can talk. They can promise you heaven when they sit on the flanks in opposition. Give them power and you see incompetence. And that is what is being exhibited by them.
Let me read this message before I go to Evangelist. It says, good morning, Alpha. Reducing the producer price of cocoa in Ghana is a sensitive but sometimes necessary measure to protect the long-term stability of the industry. When global cocoa prices fluctuate or production costs rise, maintaining very high local prices can strain government finances and threaten the sustainability of institutions that support farmers. A carefully managed price adjustment combined with transparency and farmer support can help stabilize the sector and prevent future shocks. However, reducing cocoa prices alone is not a lasting solution. The real opportunity lies in value addition before exportation. Instead of exporting mostly raw cocoa beans, the NDC under President Mahama is prioritizing processing cocoa into semi-finished and finished products such as cocoa liquor, butter, powder, and chocolate. This will create jobs.
They can't do anything.
And
they don't have any history of creating jobs. You are talking about jobs when NDC is in government.
It says to finalize that by focusing on value addition while ensuring fair and sustainable pricing, policies Ghana can strengthen its cocoa sector, protect farmers' livelihoods, and maximize national economic benefit.
Vote for MPP.
Yeah,
you get all of these.
Sent us this one from Good.
Now he's always.
Oh no, Yakwenu is an ardent. He's always.
Good to hear from.
Evangelist.
Yes, I'll see him on Thursday.
Yeah, in the next 10 minutes.
It's
like MPP is really uniting.
Give them their money.
Seem to be.
Give them their money. Tell your mama. Give them their money. The watches seller here was complaining when I went there to buy watches.
When did you go?
The watches seller. There is a watches seller around.
Where?
She was talking about
where?
Around.
The watches seller talking
Evangelist, in the next 10 minutes, please talk to me.
The roasted plantain seller was also complaining. Yeah, but we were there together.
We have an interesting time to live in. The MPP will be in opposition for a very long time.
You can say whatever you want.
I'm happy the cocoa issue is now. We have nearly 3 years, or let's say 2 years to go into election. With the policies that His Excellency John Dramani Mahama has put on the table, even at the AU, he said that by 2030, Africa must not be exporting raw material, raw stuff. You know, we need to add value. So we are going to give about 40% of our cocoa beans now to processors to process it here, and we are going to ensure that we raise money from here, no longer loan, syndicated loan and those things. This is the way to go. Automatic adjustment formula. The cocoa farmer is knowledgeable, and in fact, we are going to deal with the root cause of this issue. The MPP has no message. If they think they can run with this cocoa issue, they have no message because they've been in power. What did they do to the sector? They came to meet.
They gave them 3,000.
They came to meet 1.5 billion CD debt. They left 32.91 billion in 8 years, and the mess they created in the sector. We are in to clean their mess. They can shout and talk. Even the awache seller, the ice water seller, you can meet all of them talking about cocoa. It shows that yes, today people are learning and are following the issues. You can no longer deceive people any longer.
But have you seen the videos of Dennis Miracles? It's like a lot of the farmers are really complaining.
The MPP has a choice to make Miracles their communication director. My brother, talking about MPP and their unity. For me, this is how I see the issue. Sitting before you, senior, you are a medical doctor. I start complaining. I've been bitten by an ant. I'm having a running stomach. In fact, sitting before you, you as a doctor, which one will you treat as an emergency? The ant bite or my running stomach? Or if I'm bleeding and I have an ant bite, which one would you treat as an emergency? That's the question I'm asking you.
You're asking me personally, or you're asking
the
me
MPP have decided to treat the ant bite before they treat their running stomach. Yes, and this is it. When they said they are using the top-bottom approach, I said they have postponed their biggest problem to tackle the smallest of all their problems.
I think it's a very smart decision.
For them, it's smart in their own eyes. But let's go into the issues.
Please go.
Now, the MPP is yet to start polling station elections. Even Dr. Afarijan, he said that for you to win election, it starts at the polling station. All the issues starts at the polling station. If they are not united, your party is unattractive as the MPP today. At the polling station level, it will show. Now that the NDC has opened the registration, go to Inshiaso and see the mad rush. Where are they coming from?
To register.
Yes, to register. Where are they coming from? These are our own brothers and sisters who, on the 7th of December 2024, voted for the MPP. Now, they are all rushing to be members of the NDC. Yes. Let me tell you this now.
Please do.
Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, I will share his speech. The caption is, let's forgive each other and move forward. Dr. Mahmoud Baumia tells NPP.
Yes.
Let me read what he said.
What did he say?
On this day, as we celebrate and give thanks together, I want to ask all of us, from the bottom of my heart, that we forgive each other.
Yes.
For some of the unpalatable things we have said during the campaign. I was expecting Dr. Mahmoud Baumia to say, from the bottom of my heart, as he said, I have forgiven whatever was said about me.
But he has given forgiving.
Now when he got there, he had to generalize it. This is English.
Does not have
This is English.
He
Now,
doesn't. He does already
you
hear
see,
this. That's why he's talking about this.
That my brother Alaji is doing, he does not even help their unity.
Give the
You see,
Alaji, I beg, let him make his point. Let him make. Yeah, to be honest, he was quiet. He was quiet. So keep quiet and let's listen to him. Let's listen to him. We have moved beyond that. Let's now go. No, I'll give you. Evangelist, you are saying that he shouldn't have generalized.
He should have first said, "I've forgiven anything."
But if he said we should, it means he has.
But when he was saying from the bottom of my heart, he was personalizing it.
Oh, okay.
So when you are making it, you first personalize and you use yourself as an example.
Okay.
That I have forgiven. You can even quote things that were said about you and said, "I hold no grudges."
So everybody too sure.
And even mention name. I'll get into it. Unpalatable. Kennedy Akompra called him a liar. And liar. And the video is there. You could see from his face and his expression, his aggression, wanting the world to know that Bawumia indeed is a liar. And I would expand it. Yes, indeed, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is a liar. And this is the reason. The people of Cape Coast, I have good news for you. We are building a harbour. That was a big fat lie. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia lied to the people of Central Region.
Were they not building?
He lied. My brother, you have pictures of the site. Show it. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is a liar. Now, Pualugu Dam, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, when he was asked on Asempa, said the best thing ever to have happened to the people from the north is the Pualugu Dam. Where is it? Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is a liar. As Kennedy said, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia said if your fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you. As of that time, it was being exchanged for 3.85.
But how is that a lie, though?
If you say you are building Pualugu Dam, and today it's not there.
Building is a process. You must start building today and will not be able to end.
Say they are your people. You are doing your work. Like you would have said.
It's okay.
So if the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you. We all know. So Kennedy Akompra says Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is a big liar and liar. Yes. And from this thing, I agree with him.
That he's a liar.
That they are going to contend with. Now, from the camp of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, one said Kennedy Akompra has something with him. That when that thing comes, he starts saying motherfucker, motherfucker. Attach him.
Please, let's not repeat that one.
Is it not good?
No, let's not repeat it.
Was it said about Kennedy? Was it said about him?
But to be fair, Bawumia himself did not attack.
See?
So, and we are talking about the candidate.
Calling Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia a liar. When we get into election, it's not all about the leader and what he says. The followers also have a part to play. That is how come you even form a campaign team. So it becomes a team. Do you understand?
Okay.
So they said Kennedy Akompra has something that when it comes, he starts saying things that are unpalatable. Some also said from Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia's camp that Kennedy's head has been opened before. And I saw that same person at the Thanksgiving jumping and dancing and celebrating what has been said about him. It's not easy to just say, let's forgive and move on. Sometimes you need to mention the unpalatable things, who mentioned it, sanction people, punish people, and let people apologize for the things they said.
But that will be done in private.
That will not. No. They didn't say it in private.
Okay.
They said it in public. They must come to the public and let us see. That is how come we are reading about the attack.
Please end for me.
You gave me 10 minutes. I've done 8 minutes. I'm left.
No, you started at 43. Now it's 50.
Now, I'm happy when it comes to me, you put the time to it, but I will oblige. My ears are not as difficult as anything. Dr. Mahmoud Bamia also said, I've been encouraged by the efforts many of you made to reach out to our brothers and sisters after the elections. Yes, I've seen people going there. My brother Stephen Amwa, who said that he could not get the finance minister position because somebody said the brother from the north will be making and all that. I saw them laughing and that. It's politics, but deep within them, the issues are there. Now,
but this guy looks like he can just move on.
He's my brother. So I understand where you are coming from. But the issue is that they are now starting the polling station election.
Yeah.
There will be.
But you've not done yours. You've not done anything.
We will start very soon.
November.
Yes. No. It's before November. The national election is in November.
Let me read this message. Maybe it will help the person. He said, Good morning, Alpha. Hope you're doing well. Please ask Evangelist for me. I want to do the NDC membership card. And I'm in Adamomase Kwabiri East.
Yes.
Where should I go? My name is Bless Kisede.
Good.
Kisede.
You can send him my number to reach out. I'll connect him.
Okay.
We are doing it every minute. If you see me on my phone, I'm connecting people to get there.
Hey, Alaji is like they are taking your people.
They are now going to start their polling station election, which will come with issues, and then the constituency region and all that. Now I see that it's going to be one-sided. Everything is going to be put on the usual efforts that the Brian camp, the Kennedy camp will put in the polling station election. All that is not going to be there.
Let's do 1 minute for us.
Dr. Mahmoud Bamia is not a liar.
Okay. So you are responding to Ken.
If really you will call Dr. Mahmoud Bamia.
It's Ken. I quoted
on the back of
Ken.
What you mentioned about some certain promises we made. Then John Mahama said the next NDC government has pledged to build cocoa processing factories in cocoa growing areas to reduce raw cocoa. Where are the factories?
Mahama has been in government for how long?
Is a liar. Mahama said when cocoa, we came and met cocoa price at 475 cedis. At the time we left power, it was 3,100. Today,
CD to
you
dollar,
reduced it to 2,500. But you promised them that you give them 6,000 a bag. Should we also call President Mahama a liar? Some of these things are left for pedestrians to talk about, not us.
So
for me,
say this thing is your own people.
And we are saying that Dr. Mahmoud Bamia has never been a liar. There are a lot of successes of the Ghana government that will be attributed to him. Ghana card elevation and Ghana card linkages to all the other sectors was not done in a vacuum. It was done as a result of a prudent measure by him.
Okay, last
all of these areas that you go to have that today you don't go to an area where you go and ask of where the cocoa seller is. You understand digital addresses systems and all of these. They were all attributed to Dr. Mahmoud Bamia as a prudent measure that he put in
this
place.
One said, please.
So you cannot just sit here and call him names. Should we also call President Mahama names because he made promises that he couldn't honor?
This one said, please. I also have the card. And I have contributed. How will I continue the contribution?
Yes, it's.
He said, please ask Evangelist. I think for this one, she's in your.
No,
it's a different. Lizzie, this one is from Lizzie. I know her. Is there Alaji? Oh, okay. I don't want to.
So anybody that has anybody that is interested in the NDC and just really give my number. My number is not a secret number.
Okay. 1 minute and then we'll go. We are out of this.
I want to place on record. I quoted what Kennedy said and supported it with facts. So that is for their own problem. This morning I heard you talking about the Russian guy and the issues that has happened. I feel that it's very unfortunate that this thing should happen to ladies. Some are attributing those acts to poverty. and that's a fact, but not wholly so. Okay. And for me, I see it as a colonial mentality that we still carry as black people. That when we see a white man, we think they have solution to all our problems. So because when you go through it, you watch the videos, it's how many words did he say? Follow me. You are beautiful. How old are you? Follow me. And they followed. You are beautiful. How old are you? Follow me. And they followed. They've seen a white man. So there are testimonies of people that white people have helped. Today, I have a friend who is, she even trended not too long, I think less than 2 months on the social media. I don't want to go to that story, that people thought she was an opportunist because of the man and the size of the body. This is somebody I can call a sister. So we're chatting, talking about it, and I said, I know you. You don't need to explain yourself. You have suffered so much. It's your gain. Go all out and show. So this mentality of whenever we see a white people, we think they have solution. It's also a contributing factor. Okay. Very unfortunate.
Let's leave it here.
But ladies, if all they need is, how old are you? You are beautiful. Follow me. Why do they make us sweat and tell them the airport is for me?
You're not right now. You're not right. You're not right.
Stress us. Meanwhile, it's how old are you? You are beautiful. Follow me.
You are not white. The difference is the color.
How was it? The guy
himself is putting them on YouTube.
Yeah. But then our ladies just have to be careful because not all glitter that is gold. I mean, remember, as you were saying, that there is this colonial mentality that every white man is superior. I mean, that has ate deep into some of
our actions. We've
been in their countries. They are not better than us. Look, sometimes they saw us when we were there, and they were even marveled at the rate at which you've gotten to 11. So we should not see them as superior over us. Look, just be with your guy, your husband, your wife, and be okay.
Let's leave it here because the show is finished. I was here with Alhaji Ali Dussey, the former MC for Ascori Mampong, Evangelist Richard Pra, a member of Gold Board, and Simnet, the representative of Snit's Board on Simnet Board. That's
why he's always.
I was here with Mark Roger. Janice Oboguajiman was here. Just like I said, it is finished for today. God willing, we will meet tomorrow. My name has been Alfa Ali. Have a very good day.
But they should give them.
Mr. DJ, what would you be now? Daddy Lumba Bueno, yet you bet me, Messwana Miko. Then you don't want to Daddy Lumba Bueno, a Quanume, Anume.